In this video, I'll discuss the 4th episode of Season 8 in detail, so stay tuned for that. Hello everyone, welcome to Ultimate Book Maniacs, your one-stop for book and TV series reviews. I post episode reviews, top 10 and theory videos. So make sure to subscribe this channel, and if you wanna make sure you never miss a video, click the bell icon to turn on notifications. So, let's begin. I've already discussed the signs which made me think the Great War is not over yet in the first part of this video. So let's discuss the rest of the episode now. Just like before the Battle of Winterfell, they gave us some warm and happy feelings. They did the same thing here in the beginning of this episode. They once again gave us some happy moments before the naval battle, or more like naval slaughter at Dragonstone. As I said in my episode 4 trailer and photos review video, they mourned their dead and celebrated their victory. But Dany does not seem happy. Ever since she came to Westeros, she had lost her child Viserys, most of her Dothraki, her closest friend and advisor Ser Jorah, her other child Rhaegal, her best friend Missandei, and now she is losing Jon and her claim to the Iron Throne too. Dany saw how the people here looked at Jon and tells Jon they used to look at her with such love and loyalty too, but never here. Dany lost half of those very loyal people fighting for the North. And now that the North is safe, Sansa doesn't want to help Dany anymore. The looks she keeps giving Dany during the feast was scary. Dany knows that if Sansa finds out, she would act on this information and won't let the information stay hidden. And she is right. She begs Jon not to tell Sansa if he wants them to be together. But despite Dany's condition that she would only stay with him if he never tells anyone, Jon tells Sansa and Arya anyway. He trusts that his sisters will keep this secret to themselves. But Sansa breaks her promise to Jon and his trust and tells Tyrion the truth because she thinks it will hurt Dany. She knows that once she tells Tyrion, it will eventually reach more people and they would want Jon on the Iron Throne. But I don't understand Sansa's motive here. David and Anne said she is Littlefinger's student now and gives this information to Tyrion because she knows this will play out and people will pick Jon and would cast Dany aside. But that can only happen if they win the war against Cersei. And Sansa didn't want to help Dany in this war. It's like what Tyrion said. She seems determined to hate Dany. I mean, I get that she doesn't want to bend the knee to Dany and wants an independent North. But how would letting Dany lose the war accomplish that? Sansa is acting like who sits on the Iron Throne is not her concern. But it is. She acts like she knows Cersei better than anyone else. Does she really think that Cersei would just let the North be an independent kingdom? Never. Whoever sits on the Iron Throne affects the North too. She would have to fight Cersei anyways, and without Dany, it won't be easy to defeat her. It's a simple choice, Cersei or Dany. And out of these two, Dany would be easier to convince to let the North go than Cersei. Dany had already let the Iron Islands go. She could have been convinced or manipulated or dealt with later. If it was Littlefinger, I think he would have supported Jon and Dany and helped them win the Iron Throne and then spread this information. Sansa telling Tyrion in advance resulted in her advisors thinking about replacing Dany when they should be focusing on the war ahead of them. And speaking of Varys, what is his real motive? Why is he acting like he cares for the realm? I think he has gotten as many people killed as Dany. Varys helped the rift between Aerys and Rhaegar grow, and he got the Mad King even more paranoid, which resulted in the War of the Usurper.
That's what I used to tell myself about her father.
I found the traitors, but I wasn't the one burning them alive.
And when the realm was at peace under Robert's reign, he plotted to start a war again, but Littlefinger beat him to the punch.
The wolf and the lion will bit each other's throats. We will be at war soon.
What good is war now? We're not ready. Khal Drogo will not make his move until his son is born.
Delay, you say. Move fast, I replied.
What else did he think would happen when Viserys had arrived with the Dothraki army to Westeros. These 2 wars alone got thousands of people killed. Where was his concern for the realm then, when he was plotting to start a war?
But there are things you must know. And the king is a fool, and doomed unless you save him.
What sort of doom does the king face?
The same sort as Jon Arryn. The Tears of Lys, they call it.
And what gives him the right to decide who should rule? He is not even a Westerosi. As I had said in my Varys' journey and predictions video, Varys was born in Lys, then moved to Myr, and from there to Pentos before arriving at Westeros. Why does he only cares about who rules in Westeros? Why not the other places he has been? In my Varys' vision in the fire video, I said that the voice he had heard in flames could either be from R'hllor or the Great Other, and his actions might have been motivated by the voice he had heard. And where is Kinvara? She knew what the voice had told him. She told Varys if he was truly Dany's real friend, he had nothing to fear from her. But now Varys is not her friend, so I really hope Kinvara will be back. Also, when Tyrion says no to Varys, I had a flashback to when Davos says no to Maester Crescent, who tries to give the poison to the Red Woman and dies when she asks him to drink it too. Will Kinvara do something similar and save Dany? Also, the way Varys was talking, it seemed like he wanted a puppet, not a ruler who shouldn't disagree with him. And Jon seemed easier to manipulate than Dany. But if Varys only wanted a puppet, Tommen would have been the best candidate for it. And I think he is filling Tyrion's head with treasonous thoughts on purpose, to make Dany look bad in his mind. Like Dany killing the Tarleys was justified by the rules of the war. Robert gave the same offer to people after winning his rebellion. He forgave those who bent the knee, like Sir Barristan Selmy, etc., and killed those who didn't. And Robert was called a great king for doing that. Then why did Varys call her the Mad Queen when Dany did the same thing? Do you think Varys has another motive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anyways, Dany wanted to head back to Dragonstone, which is not a surprise considering how she lost half her people here and how the hostess, aka Sansa, treats her. On the way to Dragonstone, Euron was waiting for her and ambushed her. He killed Rhaegal in a surprise attack. Either he had been staying there for some time, or someone had informed him that Dany was heading to Dragonstone. He kills Rhaegal with the element of surprise and captures Missandei. I loved how when Missandei was faced with a choice to say her last words to either the man she loves or to her queen, she chooses Dany and says Dracarys. By the way, is it just me? Or did it seem like Cersei was trying to provoke Dany to attack King's Landing? If it's true, do you think Cersei pulled a Mad King on them and placed wildfire all over the city? If she is lying about her pregnancy, or if she has somehow lost her child, she will have nothing to lose but her power. Just like the Mad King, she would rather burn it all to the ground than lose her throne to a younger queen. In the books, Jaime tells Brienne that Aerys had said, "The traitors want my city, but I'll give them naught but ashes. Let Robert be king over charred bones and cooked meat. The Targaryens never bury their dead, they burn them." Aerys meant to have the greatest funeral pyre of them all. I won't be surprised if Cersei is thinking along the same lines, and if Jaime reaches her and sees her saying the same things for which he had killed the Mad King, once again, history will repeat itself. I think Jaime left Brienne to kill Cersei, and he knew Brienne would have wanted to follow him, so he broke her heart on purpose. And remember Dany's vision from the House of Undying? Maybe it will come true. Also, just like I said in my Night King's master plan video, there was no sign of winter in the last episode, but there was in her vision when she enters the throne room. There were ashes and snow falling in her vision when she enters the throne room. I really hope my Great War theory is correct, but I can't be sure if it is. Anyways, it's time for the comment shout out now. Today's comment shout out goes to Sean Kilaki, who said, "Hi, as we get to the end, I think this theory is really one of the best out there. The Great Other would be involved in stealing the champion of the Children of the Forests, as the Night King clearly wasn't what they intended. Considering the timing of when Varys lost his root and stem and when the Night King started to kill more wildlings, there's possibly a connection. As I'm a Varys conspiracy theorist, I think his actions were designed to get a dragon north of the wall. Up to now, he was supporting Dany 100%. She wants to take the Iron Throne, he wants it for her too, so long as she doesn't attack those innocent people of the realm. But isn't Jon about to do the same thing? It looks hypocritical, yet consistent in that he's always destabilizing those who might be more of R'hllor's choice of leader. It's surprising Kinvara did not tell anyone what the voice in the flames said, but maybe if she did, we'd know what Varys is really about. Thank you, Sean Kilaki, and I completely agree with you. I don't trust Varys at all, and I would really like to know what he had heard in the fire, because as I had said in my previous videos, I definitely think his actions are motivated by what he had heard in the fire. So, what did you think of this episode? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.